we're pleased to have kicking off hour number 2 right here, one of the funniest guys in the business, one of the best at what he does.
I like it.
The Irresponsible tour of Kevin Hart, and here is Kevin Hart here on the show. How are you, Kevin Hart?
I'm good, man. Better after that intro.
Well, I could keep going.
No, well, there's a lot to talk about.
Well, there is a ton to talk about.
A ton to talk about. I don't know how much time you got.
Well, I
put the emphasis on my T's.
I've got a good amount of time, certainly when you're in a cold tub with LeVar Ball. I've got that to talk about.
Yeah.
We've got, obviously, the Kevin Hart Laugh Out Loud radio to talk about.
Yeah.
And then, oh, gosh, yes, that's it. Philadelphia Eagles, we have that to talk about, too.
Yes, as I'm draped in my Eagles paraphernalia.
Now, that's like you got the green hoodie.
Yeah, I went green hoodie, and then I went satin black jacket with the black eagle on it. This is subtle.
Yeah,
this is subtle. I didn't want to come here and be, blatant with it. This is a subtle.
Yeah, I didn't notice it. It's sort of like a watermark sort of situation that you have right there.
But then you get up close and you're like, whoa, he really is an Eagles fan. He's got a lot.
Yes.
He's got a lot of Eagles stuff on.
Well, we know you're from Philly.
Yes, I am.
Philly born and bred.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you were an Eagle fan from cradle to current.
Everything Philadelphia, man.
Okay.
Everything Philadelphia.
All right. Who's your favorite Eagle of all time?
My favorite Eagle of all time? Randall Cunningham.
You did not stutter.
Didn't stutter. Randall Cunningham.
He's pretty popular in this town, too. You know, he played for the Vikings. He came pretty damn close.
I don't want to talk about that.
No.
We didn't talk about that. We're talking about my favorite Eagle, so we're going to keep him in Philadelphia.
Okay.
We're not going to talk about him when he started to backslide. We're going to talk about the good days as an Eagle.
As an Eagle.
Yeah, I'll say Randall Cunningham, then I'll say Reggie White. Yeah.
Reggie White, man.
Yeah, you got some passion.
I know. Reggie White, Jerome Brown. That defensive line right there.
I'm wearing a jersey to the Super Bowl with the Jerome Brown patch.
That's what you're going to do?
Yes.
Okay.
I got the Randall Cunningham jersey, but my jersey has a Jerome Brown patch.
What will it say on the back? Will it say Hart? Will it say your name?
No, it's going to say Cunningham. It's a real jersey.
Okay.
I can't make it say Hart. I'm no longer authentic if I make it say Hart. It's got to be a real jersey. This is a real moment.
Understand.
It's a big moment for me, man.
This is it.
It's a big game.
What do you think?
What do you mean, what do I think? The score's going to be 83-6. I called it. I put my prediction out there a long time ago.
Okay.
I had a dream. I saw it.
And how many how many touchdowns then for Nick Foles then out of that?
Nick Foles going to throw for 32 touchdowns. 32.
Trying to do the math in my head right now.
32 touchdowns.
Yeah, that is. We just put your.
I didn't want to show
83-6.
Yeah, I didn't want to show if my math was good or bad, and so I just threw a number out there. I think I'm in the ballpark.
No, I think you are. You know, give or take a dozen.
Give or take off by 10, 12, 15 maybe.
They just did the math in the truck because I'm more verbal than math. Okay. I'm 224 points.
That would be. Yeah, that's what it was.
So 3 times the amount. Assuming they don't go for 2 each time. You know.
I know what I did.
Those are just extra points. We're assuming they all the extra points.
I know where I messed up. I didn't carry. That's why I messed up.
You didn't carry the 2. Kevin Hart here on the Rich Eisen show. Okay, so where I guess does your allegiance lie, I guess, on all the Philadelphia teams? You put the Eagles up there, where you throw the Sixers in this mix,
all of the
too?
Philadelphia teams. All right, well, I understand we're a city that's desperate for something to hold on to, and boast about right now. And I think for the first time in a long time, the Eagles and the Sixers actually are conversation pieces, where we feel good about talking about both teams.
Yes.
You know what I mean? The Flyers have always had their moments. The Phillies have always had their moments. They've been good programs. But the Eagles and the Sixers, we've just struggled, and that's been tough. So to finally have these things going at the same time,
right,
and to talk about the fact that, oh my God, the Eagles are in the Super Bowl. Yeah. Oh my goodness, the Sixers are going to make the playoffs. It's a different conversation for me now.
So right.
With that being said, man, I'm much more of a basketball fan than I'm a football fan.
Well, we've seen you play, too.
Yeah, well, I'm a 4-time celebrity game MVP. But that is not about that. I don't want to make it about my talent and the fact that
we can for a second,
Well, look, just understand this. I chose comedy. Basketball chose me. Okay? I could have easily went down that road.
Listen, if basketball's going to tap you on your shoulder, you've got to answer. You've got to answer.
You got to turn around. And just understand, I never turned all the way around. I just gave a glance back.
Right.
That's the only reason why I never really pursued it. But I could have played Division III basketball easily. But I chose not to,
Sure. Look, it's all a choice. One-on-one you versus Terrell Owens. How does that work?
Oh, my goodness. you got to say no backing down. If he's not going to back me down, I beat him. But if he chooses to back me down, he'll win.
So, but off the dribble?
Yeah, you got to go. There's no, it has to be face-up basketball.
But you off the dribble.
Yes, 100%.
You've got him.
100%. It's not even a question. He has no lateral movement. I play with Terrell. A lot. He's no lateral movement. He's all fast. It's all forward speed. Get him going side to side, he gets clumsy.
You know, he's very, I think if you asked him, he's just as good a basketball player as he's a football player.
Yeah, that's because you're asking him. You got to ask somebody that's seen him play. Seen him play. He's a good basketball player, but, you know, I'm not going to say he's just as good. He's an athlete. But what am I? You know, whenever you think athlete, think what comes after that. That's what I am. I'm something that they don't even have a word for.
You're a hyphenate.
Yeah. You get it.
I get it.
You get it.
You're a hyphenate.
But here's the thing. I don't want to be this guy. I just want to tell jokes. Some days I get up and I'm like, God, I don't wanna go and be a runner and run a marathon again.
Yeah,
you know, I don't wanna. Oh, somebody threw a football. I caught it with one hand.
Burden.
Like those things frustrate me because it's like, should I play professional sports now, or should I just keep telling jokes? I don't know, man. It's such a thing.
You ever meet Dr. J?
Yes, I do know Doc.
How about that, right?
I call him DJ.
And he calls you KH?
Yeah, he calls me KH. We're on a nickname basis.
Is that right?
Yeah, we have good conversations.
Or hold on a minute, or Dr. H.
Well, he doesn't call me Dr. H. You know, he's he's got the doctor thing. You know, in Philadelphia, we both have murals of ourselves painted in the city. So that's how we relate.
I understand.
Hey, shouts out to you, DJ.
I mean, that when it all comes down to it, who would you say is the ultimate Philadelphia athlete? That guy.
The ultimate is Dr. J.
That's it. He's at the top.
Dr. J.
He's at the top.
It's Dr. J, 100%, 110%, because it's not just the athlete. You know what? It's Dr. J.
Yes.
Allen Iverson is up there. Allen Iverson is way, way up there. He's not going to beat Dr. J.
Right.
But he's up there. When it comes to the face of Philadelphia,
sure,
Allen Iverson was that guy, man. He was that guy. We embraced him. We embraced Allen Iverson.
I know. Well, I mean,
nobody else.
Well, everybody. That's as close as the Sixers have come to. You know, that one game that they took from Kobe pretty much is as good as
it's as good as it gets.
I know. And I love Embiid right now. I just love watching his game.
He's got it, man.
And he's got some comedy chops too, don't you think?
He's got the makings of a star. You know what I'm saying? Like he's personable. He's great at his craft. And he makes the game appear fun to those that are watching from afar. As a fan, yes, I love to see basketball, but when I get to see some trash talk, when I get to see some fun involved, when I get to see the guy interacting with the crowd, you're elevating the sport. And I mean, that's what MJ did. You know, that's what Kobe did. LeBron does that. You know, those guys that give fans what they want plus some. He has those qualities, man. I think he's going to be around for a long time. He reminds me a lot of myself when I played big man. This is an earlier time in my life.
Yes.
When I was 13, I played power forward for one of my basketball teams, and I had a lot of the same moves.
That's when you were backing people down. Then.
At that time, that's when I've been this height since I was 13. I shot out the gate here. This is where I shot out the gate. So I was a big man for quite some time, and then it stopped, which is when it switched over.
Kevin Hart here on the Rich Eisen Show. Have you met Brady? You ever crossed paths with him?
I've never met him.
What would you say to him if you met him?
I'm a fan. Look, I joke around, as you see. I'm very silly, and I play around a lot. But I'm big on history and greatness. So no matter what, you can't deny that man's greatness and what he is and what he's done. So I would simply be in awe and say hello, man. A huge fan. Give him a nice firm handshake. I wouldn't say anything crazy because my loyalty lies with the Eagles, so I wouldn't be disrespectful. But you have to admire what that man has done.
He would have a problem with your prediction, just so you understand.
That sounds like his situation. You know, it's not. That doesn't fall on me. That falls on him. Man. You know, here's what people need to understand about the Patriots right now. And I know there's a lot of New England Patriots fans. There's a lot of Tom Brady lovers out there, as you should. Okay, they're not running over the NFL. They didn't breeze through these playoffs. They shouldn't have beaten the Jaguars. They shouldn't have. They did. but they shouldn't have. It's not like they have displayed this, oh my God, nobody's going to be able to deal with them. Our defense has been an amazing defense throughout the whole season. I really see our defense and our front four getting to Brady. If we get to Brady, it's going to be a problem. And we run the ball very well. It's going to be a grinding game. And Foles is going into this game with so much confidence. After the last game, he's got so much confidence. I don't care what you say. You can't beat confidence. You know how much confidence I have? You can't beat my confidence. I don't care what you tell me. I'm so confident. I'm so confident. Foles has confidence. Our defense has confidence. We are here. This is where we said we would be in the beginning of the season, and we got here. That's confidence. They're used to being here. That's cocky. That's a little nonchalant, shoulder shrugging. Yeah, we'll do it again. It's not the same type of confidence. It's not the same type of hunger. It's a different level of hunger. And these dogs got to eat. Get it? Because they was calling us underdogs.
Yes, I know.
How do I do it?
You know, but you've got sort of the mix of cocky and confidence. You know, like the hoodie.
Yes.
Which is Belichick's garb.
Yeah, okay.
An eagle hoodie, that's cocky.
Yeah.
Confidence is showing up in that black jacket. You can't tell.
You can't tell. Okay.
See what I mean?
I see what you did.
That's the hyphenate.
I see what you did.
You're cocky confident.
I see what you did. But likable. That's the thing.
Okay.
That's the thing. You got to be likable. If you're going to be those things, if likable isn't in there, then you can just be called a jerk and people not like you.
Are you saying the Patriots are not likable?
The Patriots aren't likable. That's very true. I don't know why, man. People hate the Patriots.
People hate them.
They hate the Patriots. I don't hate the Patriots. I'm not sitting here like, them Patriots. I don't hate the Patriots. I think that the program has achieved amazing things. I think that man is an amazing coach and is great at what he does. I will not take that away from him. I'm just saying my Eagles this year deserve to be where we are, and it's going to be a game. Like, it's not something that the Patriots are just walking out of there with. It's a game, and I really feel like it's in our favor.
That's right.
I really do.
Otherwise, you wouldn't say take the Eagles and give the 76.5 points. Pretty much is what you'd be saying.
I saw it in my dream. If you could have been in this dream, you would believe it too.
Well, speaking of a dream, I'd like to take a break and show the television audience you and LeVar Ball in ice tubs.
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm told that this video has not been released yet.
No.
Okay.
You're the first.
I am honored to have, here, I'm going to say this. I never thought I would say this into a microphone, but I'm going to say it. Kevin Hart, I'm honored to have the worldwide exclusive of the premiere of Cold as Balls.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Sounded good, too.
It
sounded
cocky
good.
And confident?
Yes, man.
Okay.
You get it. You get it.
I get it.
You get it,
And
man.
by the way, it's a perfect spot to debut Cold as Balls because outside it is exactly that.
It is cold as balls. So it's 100% cold as balls.
So don't, television audience, dare move because you're about to see Kevin Hart and LeVar Ball in separate cold ice tubs.
Yes.
We'll come back. We'll hit on that a little bit more for the radio audience, do our best to paint that word picture. And then I know you got a big spot coming up in Los Angeles for the All-Star game as well, which I'm excited about to talk about that. Kevin Hart in an Eagles hoodie and a black zip-up Eagles. You can't tell. It's kind of a black-on-black Eagles logo right there.
Very subtle.
Well, that's the confident part.
How's my posture? Is it confident?
Well, yes, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just like leaning back.
Relaxed.
It's swag.
Yeah, you go.
It's swag.
There you go.
It's swag. How's my confidence? How's my posture?
It's all right.
Hold on a minute. Kevin Hart, when we return here on the Rich Eisen Show from Minneapolis. We just saw the world debut, or a clip of it, of Cold as Balls.
Yes.
Coming soon to your Laugh Out Loud app that's available right now. People can go to iOS and Android right now.
You can go get it for free right now, man.
Okay.
Multicultural comedy hub.
And
that's
it's
what I call it.
kind of your interview show, right? In a way where you're interviewing a guest, but both of you are in freezing ice cold tubs.
Yeah, I wanted to put myself in an uncomfortable situation so I could be as unique and as funny as I possibly could while getting the other person to try and be uncomfortable as well. So I had to come to their world rather
That's
than
also
them come to mine.
to show off the guns too, right?
Well, I got guns. I definitely got guns.
Still, I mean, it's another thing that if you get tapped on the shoulder.
You think I wanted these guns? You think I asked for this? I didn't ask for this. It happened.
Just
Now I
happened.
got to deal with it every day. I'm like,
Yeah, right.
You know?
It's maintenance, all that maintenance.
See that stuff?
Understood. And your first guest, LeVar Ball.
LeVar Ball, man.
Okay, now.
Well, let me say this first. I thought that I was getting Lonzo Ball. So you guys can understand.
Seriously, though. Really?
I'm being 100% honest. They didn't tell me. My producers and stuff on the show didn't tell me. I thought that I was going to interview Lonzo Ball. That was on the sheet. So they knew all along that it was going to be LeVar Ball. They didn't tell me. So he walks in the room, and he's like, gotcha. I'm like, what? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, me and you, let's talk. And I'm like, where's your son at?
Right.
No, you got the daddy.
Well, now, people might say, Kevin, is the issue with LeVar is that instead of his son having the spotlight, he's got to get in that tub with Kevin Hart.
You know what?
What'd you think of him?
Well, here's what I think. First of all, after talking to him, I get it. I 100% get it.
What do you get?
It's the Joe Jackson effect without abusing the kids. Okay?
Taking him to Lithuania might be
taking you
abuse.
the kids to the Lithuania, some people might think it's a little harsh.
Joe Jackson whipped those kids to success. That's what everybody said. But LeVar Ball, without the whooping, it's just he's so passionate about his kids. Like, he loves those boys, and basketball is his love. So he's getting to see his love reach levels that he never got to reach through his boys, which ultimately makes him pour more love and passion into those boys because he's watching them do what he dreamed to do. So it's really not as bad as people think it is after you hear and really understand where it's coming from. Like, I'm gonna take them boys and we gonna get a different coach, and I'm gonna get 24 hours, and we all gonna practice all day in the backyard. Like, it's the mentality of the guy that's like, we don't care what you say because we gonna do it because we can. He is living the dream through them, and he's excited and passionate about it.
Well,
he loves his kids.
The clip we just showed is Laugh Out Loud, and again, that's going to be available on February the 8th. You're heading to Los Angeles after this because you're going to be doing the introductions, right, of the NBA All-Star Game?
Yes, I am. I can't wait.
And then your tour, the Kevin Hart Irresponsible Tour, you just added over 100 dates.
115 dates, man. Domestic and international. This tour will be my biggest and best. I feel like my only competition is myself, and I say that to say I'm constantly trying to beat me and outdo what I did, and I put that pressure on myself. So with my last tour with What Now, I did amazing things, and we set records, and with this one, I'm trying to do more. That's my passion, man.
What was it like selling out a stadium, the home of the Eagles? The home of the Eagles for you.
Literally the best feeling that I've ever had as a comedian was walking out into that stadium and seeing 50,000 people cheer for comedy. And literally there were moments where it was quiet, where people were waiting for the punchline of the jokes. To be able to say that I played a NFL football stadium and treated it as if it was a comedy club, I mean, that's unreal. It's the biggest accomplishment to date. I love my city of Philadelphia for supporting me and coming out. And you know what? On this tour, the goal was to make the world laugh, which is why I'm traveling all over. You know, I mean, right now it's conversations of me going to Thailand, going to India to do shows. So,
incredible.
You know, it's definitely picked up, man. I can't wait. Get your tickets now.
Yeah, LiveNationEntertainment.com for tickets and information. Before I let you go, we have a game that we play here called Start, Bench, Cut.
Okay.
Sort of like the you know what, marry, kill game.
Yeah.
Okay, where we give
Keep
you,
it clean.
We try. Yeah. Well, start, bench. Well, we make of that. You know, the marry part is the bench part.
Okay.
Okay. So we give you three. Here we go.
Start
now.
Bench.
Just sit down and be quiet.
Or cut.
Get out.
All right. Start, bench, cut here with Kevin Hart. Here are your three choices to play basketball. Have as a teammate.
Okay.
The Rock, Cube, or Will Ferrell. You have to start one of them.
All right. Well, I'm going to start.
Bench one, or you've been in movies with all of these guys.
Yeah, I have. I'm going to start Will Ferrell.
You start Will Ferrell. Jackie Moon gets to start.
Jackie Moon gets to start. Just because I know that he's got the passion behind the game.
Okay.
His spirit is always high. I'm going to cut The Rock. I'm going to cut him.
He's out?
Wow.
He's out.
Why?
His attitude. His attitude. His attitude. I don't like his attitude.
And you're going to bench Cube? You're going to bring Cube off the bench as a sixth man?
I'm going to bring Cube off the bench. I'm bringing Cube off the bench because Cube is too cool to play the whole game. So there's going to be moments where Cube look at his sneaks and he's like, I just realized I'm messing these up. And I'm like, you're right, Cube. You can sit down for a second and get your new pair of sneaks. You gotta keep him calm, you know? You don't want him giving you like just getting upset. I gotta make sure that tomorrow's gonna be a good day.
He'll have sunglasses on, it's too dark.
Yeah, he's gonna be real cool.
Yeah.
And plus, it's a smart move here with Will's the tallest of them all. He likes inside-out game with you.
Yeah, me and Will are gonna dominate. I gotta start Will, but the Rock's out of here. He's cut. Bye. Yeah.
At Kevin Hart for real on Twitter. Live Nation Entertainment.com for tickets and information about the Kevin Hart Irresponsible Tour. Check out, again, Cold as Balls on February the 8th. I love saying that, man. I love having the ability to be able to get away saying that into a microphone on the Laugh Out Loud Comedy Network or laughoutloud.com. At youtube.com/LOL Network as well for launching Kevin Hart What the Fit. Straight from the Heart will debut also on February 14th on Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius XM. I think I hit on all that, including the 83-6 final score for your Eagles.
83-6.
There you go.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
There you go. That's Kevin Hart on The Rich Eisen Show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.